that your hope? Is that your prayer? Or is that your information on which you are saying that they are likely to pull the plug?
Well, let me tell you, Navika, the truth is these political parties are forever. A government comes and goes, and they realize that Narendra Modi's government is headed for a potential wipeout in the assembly elections, which will trigger, I think, the collapse of the central government as well. So I do feel that you are in a politically turbulent situation. Anybody who follows politics and who's done research of one nation, one poll, will realize that the BJP is doing all this just to divert attention from the huge problems they are in at the moment. The truth is Rahul Gandhi is the future, Narendra Modi is the past. And I think the sooner the BJP reconciles to that reality, and instead of indulging in fake news, etc., they should reconcile to the truth. Mr. Modi's political brand is disappearing and vanishing by the day. Rahul Gandhi and the India Alliance are on the rise. You're going to see an extremely exciting, and I'm very enthused about it, a new political formation happening in this country in the coming months, I think is good.
All right. New political coalition being formed. Modi is the past, Rahul Gandhi the future. Shehzad Poonawalla, another stunt, says Sanjay Jha.
You asked Sanjay whether this JDU-TDP stand is based in reality or is it rooted in suspended mythology, and Mr. Sanjay Jha did not answer simply because both JDU and TDP have expressed unconditional support for one nation, one election, both JDU and TDP. In fact, please let me tell Sanjay Jha, and I hope he will hear the full thing now, we should be discussing about the pros and cons of this. The country had one nation, one election right from 1952 to 1967. Was it for diversion then? Till 1967 we had it. After that we did not have it because one lady called Indira Gandhi, for the lust of her power, imposed Article 356, dismissed governments at her will, and therefore the schedule changed. Then in 1983, the Law Commission, the Election Commission proposed that we should have this again to save a lot of expenditure and logistical issues. Then the Law Commission 170th report of 1999, the 255th Law Commission report in 2015, all of these advocated for the same thing. Now today, when a Dalit former President Ramnath Kovind ji has said that this is feasible and good for the country, you have a Congress party that is abusing his intelligence. 32 political parties have supported this. But look at the Dalit Virodhi Mansikta of Congress, that just because it has been proposed by Ramnath Kovind ji, our very respected President of India, former President of India, the Congress party is opposing not on facts, not on basis of facts. The fact is that if we have one nation, one election, we will have lesser expenditure. Now the election expenditure will be saved by at least 10 to 12,000 crores. We will have reduced deployment of security forces, reduced chances of horse trading, reduced fake promises and fake guarantees which we've seen in Himachal and Karnataka, reduced political corruption, and we will have improved efficiency because the time will not be spent on making promises every 2 months, but on delivery of those promises for 5 years. We have had many simultaneous elections in states as well. But why is Congress party opposing? And I'll end here. Congress party proposed UCC in 1950s, today it opposes it. It proposed GST earlier, now it opposes it. Congress party was the one that brought Waqf Amendment Act and wanted Sachar Committee report to propose Waqf Amendment, today it opposes it. And today again Congress, which started one nation, one election, is opposing it because ek virod Modi ka karte karte, ye desh virod aur Dalit virod karte hain. Today Ramnath Kovind ji has been insulted and humiliated by Sanjay Jha, saying that he does not understand what is good for the country, but Congress party, which changes its stands every time, is doing good for the country.
I am the future that was born 100 years ago. I am the purpose that emerged with India's independence, to be a force for business that makes doing good our business. Towards an independence where knowledge sets us free. To think big and achieve bigger. To take India to the world and the world to India. Creating pathways of self-reliance. To stand for progress, the planet and the people. Towards a future made perfect. And be a force creating abundance. Because independence is not a moment in history. It's a never-ending path to prosperity. Aditya Birla Group, a force for good.
Well, Sanjay Jha, quick counter.
Yeah, Navika, thank you. The very fact that he invokes Dalit politics into this tells you about how intellectually defunct the Bharatiya Janata Party has become. It insults the collective intelligence of all your viewers who can see through this absolutely nonsensical rhetoric from my dear friend. Here is my short point, and I keep coming back to that this government cannot even hold elections in states, even 3 states at the same time, citing a whole laundry list of flimsy pretexts. Secondly,
for you to say that, Sanjay Jha, when we've just gone through a national elections, where the entire country has voted, for you to say they can't or they haven't because of strategic reasons is another matter. But they can't hold elections, I think, is a redundant argument 3 months after the national elections.
One line. If Sanjay Jha's best counter, Sanjay Jha, because she has allowed me to counter you now, Sanjay Jha, if he says, I understand, sir, but we all have to debate, others have not got a chance to speak. Sanjay Jha said it is intellectually defunct because I invoked the Dalit angle. Here is a party that finds the Dalit caste or the caste of Miss India contestants. Here is a party that says to journalists ki aapki jati kya, kaun jaat ba? And now today when I have said that why are you insulting somebody just because he comes from a particular background, you are saying that this is wrong, then you call Rahul Gandhi wrong. But more importantly, one nation, one election doesn't mean one phase election. It can happen in multiple phases, but it happens in one period of time so that the remaining period of time can be spent to policy implementation, not model code of conduct.